Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome to what is going to be an action-packed episode 104 of You Don't Win Anything with Kids. First things first, transfers. So far this window we only signed one player, and that was J. Emmanuel Thomas. Since then, I haven't exactly gone trigger happy, but I've been active. So, here's a list of all the players that I've put in bids for. Obviously there's Bobo on his way out. Max Rush, a new goalkeeper from Newport County. He will be joining us, hopefully, for a fee of, I think it's 2.7k, which is an absolute bargain. He's already good enough for League One sides, and Jacques believes that he's going to be good enough to be a Premiership goalkeeper. He will be our fourth highest rated keeper, but it also means we've got cover on the bench for when O'Brien and Quintaka are on international duty. It seemed like a no-brainer to me, and for that price, you know, I'm laughing it up. Sam Lavelle. He is a centre-back from Newcastle. I assume we've put in a loan offer for him. That might not be me. That might have been Searcher who did that one. Yes, let's withdraw that one. Because we have got Jamal Howlett-Mundell is on his way in from Crystal Palace. Again, he is good enough for League One sides, and he's good enough to play in the Premiership one day. He's a bit far down on the list, but get, you know, injury cover, defensive cover, international duty cover, that sort of thing. On top of that, we are trying to get Partridge back in on loan. His loan has just expired, so he is currently back at Reading, but we're trying to bring him back in. Adam Dodd from Cheltenham, young left back. He's good for most Skrill Premier sides at the moment, but he's good enough to become a Championship left back. But if we bring him in, it means we can get rid of Warnock, who I can't even see on this list. Let's change opinions here. See, I just don't trust these. Someone left a comment on one of my videos about scouting, and I totally agree with them. You can't trust them at all. But he will be joining us, hopefully, for 250k. I think that's spread over a few months as well, hopefully. But he's good cover, and it means we can get rid of Warnock. Finally, Adam Campbell. You remember we had him on loan at the start of this season. He scored 3 goals in 10 appearances. He's since then scored twice in 1 appearance for Newcastle this season. I'd like to bring him in permanently because he is quite prolific. You see, he scored 21 goals in 64 games, which is 1 every 3 games basically. Which, I mean, that's a good record for any player. And for someone so young, he is only, I think he's 21 years old. It's a fantastic return. He's good enough for League One sides, and he's good enough for the Premiership. He will be our second highest rated striker behind Emmanuel Thomas, according to Baines. Have we got, Olivier thinks he's going to be tied best with Drewson, Emmanuel Thomas, Wilson and Morrison. So yeah, he's good. He's a good player. He can also play attacking midfield if need be, but hopefully we won't have to do that. So these are all players who I'm trying to bring in. If I then go into my team list here, trying to see if there's anybody else. I think that was it. I tried to loan out Rooney. I tried to sign Forster Kasky, but they wanted like 7 million for him, so he might have to leave at the end of the season, unfortunately. I tried to loan out Douglas Pringle, but no one was interested. Warnock I'm going to put on the transfer list, and I'm going to offer him to clubs, and hopefully he will leave. Let's offer him for 20k. We're making a loss on him. Technically, I mean, we're technically making a gain because we didn't sign him for anything, so we're making 20k. But then I think a fraction of that has to go to him anyway, so we could end up making a loss. The final one, we signed him for 170k, but he's now worth 1.2 million, and that is, of course, Haris Vukic. Now, he is also good enough for League One at the moment, and he's also good enough to become a Premiership attacking midfielder. He's also a striker, and he can play all across the midfield and in centre midfield. So he looks like a good signing as well. He's there on the list behind Emmanuel Thomas and just ahead of Carino for attacking midfielder. History? It's okay. He scored 6 goals in 12 games for Cottbus so far this season. He scored 2 in 9 for them last season. Not great for Newcastle, but he never really got a chance with them by the looks of it. You know, only 2 appearances there, 0 there, 4 there, 0, 2. 0. So, you know, he could become good with us. We'll wait and see. But anyway, we have a match. There. So we're going to match preview. team selection. Right. Clear selection, entire team. Let's do this. So we'll have Quintana in goal. We will have Villa at right back. Unfortunately, we've lost Jones to injury, and we haven't signed Todd yet. Todd? Dodd. Yeah, his name's Dodd, I think. Warnock is also fatigued. So, unfortunately, we have to play Klopmas, and he's a very good left back, but unfortunately, we couldn't get a new left back in time to play this match. Centre backs, we're going to go for the usual Cartwright and Stevens combination. Midfield, virtually all of our players are fit and active. So we're going to have Delamond on the left. We're going to have Mantum on the right. Actually, I just want to check Delamond. Yeah, he's pretty good as a deep line playmaker, so we'll put him in there. Attacking midfield. Now, this is where it gets a bit tricky for me, because I want to give a debut to Vukic. So I think I will put him there. I think I will, yeah. And then I'm going to put Drusen on the right and Beckhold on the left. We've got a very fit squad out there today. There doesn't seem to be any injuries, which is also good. And then up top I'm going to have J. Emmanuel Thomas. Some of you might be thinking that's not a very good position for him, but he's played up there for Bristol City this season, done pretty well, so might as well give him a chance. Bench is going to be O'Brien, Hutchinson, Robinson, Grant. Yeah, I've got a lot of right-sided players on the bench at the moment, but I've got no one else. I've got no left backs at the moment, so I have to make do. Thompson, Marshall, and here I think Morrison. I think I could be wrong here. Let's try Morrison. Okay, we have to give a squad number to the player, and that is of course Vukic. He wants the number 10. Number 10 is taken by Drusen at the moment. 27's free though, so we'll give him 27. That was of course Partridge's number, but he is obviously left. So let's see how we get on. We're against Oldham. They've got some pretty good players in the team. They've got let's go on this screen, get a better view. Paddy McCarthy at centre back, formerly of Crystal Palace, I believe. Jimmy Kebe at right midfield, formerly of Crystal Palace. And that's about... Oh, Anton Rogers as well, formerly of Brighton. That's about it for standout players, I think. Reece Hands, I've heard of him. He's okay. But yeah, we got a good, strong team. So let's go out there and do this. Looking for a nice win. We won 2-1 in our last game, but I was disappointed with the performance, and especially with King's performance. You guys might have to say goodbye again to the Jeffries Arena, because this match is a sellout. You can see there's hardly any empty seats in there. I think most of them that are probably like directors' boxes and things like that, but you know, that's not important. Because it said it was a sellout, I requested to the board that they expand the stadium, and they agreed. So our stadium's going to be increased to a capacity of 8,000 spectators. It's going to cost 1.8 million to do that, and it's going to start at the end of the season. Because we're currently at 5,000 and we're expanding by another 3,000, which is about 50%, well, slightly over 50% of our actual capacity at the moment, it sounds like we're going to have to ground share again. You know, it might not be the case, and I'd like it to not be the case, but if it is the case, then we'll have to move away for a while. It could just be the away stand that they're expanding, so who knows. What matters to me right now is that we make the most of this stadium. You know, we win as many matches as we can whilst we're here. And then we go into the new season full of confidence, and if we do end up having to play at a different stadium, so be it. Vukic has picked up a bit of a knock, but he looks okay. And that's a very good ball from Drusen across the pitch to Beckhold to make it 1-0. Inside 8 minutes. This is a much better performance. This is what I wanted last match. The players have had some time off. I mean, obviously they've still been training, but they haven't had a match for, I think it's over 7 days. So that's why they're all on 100% fitness and the match started. And a lot of them are still on 97, 98% now, with the exceptions of Delamond and Vukic. So they all came into this match fresh, with good morale, and they're playing really well because of it. That was a pretty good ball there from Delamond. Just unlucky that it deflected outwards rather than inwards. We're on the attack again with Cartwright. Into Delamond. Across to Manton. Forward to Vukic. Emmanuel Thomas. McCarthy with the clearance, but only as far as Stevens, who heads it brilliantly there to Manton. Good ball over the top. Just got intercepted. Manton will pick it up again to Emmanuel Thomas. Tried to squeeze it through to Vukic, but it was blocked. But he's found Drusen instead, and that's a good save by Gunn, and we have a corner. This is a good start from us. I'm pleased with this. Much better than the last match. 4 shots, 2 on target, and they've had 0. So we are dominating possession at the moment as well, 68 to 32. Crosses completed is only 20%, but they haven't even attempted one yet. Tackles won 100%, headers won 55%, passes completed 79%. So we're doing okay. We are doing okay. Just need to keep the performance up, keep the level up, and try and score again. I'd say try and score again between now and the half-hour mark, just to really start to kill the game off a little bit. I think Vukic might have to come off at half-time. I'm trying to leave him out there because, you know, it's his debut. It's a big deal for us. We had agreed to sign him on a free transfer in the summer. However, I then decided it would probably be best if we had him now, because I was talking about goal threats a few episodes ago, I remember. And players like Campbell and Vukic are hopefully going to add to that. So I can still have players like Wilson and Morrison and Tomlin. But just for the matches where they're not on form, we can bring off the bench someone like Campbell, who is exceptionally quick from a standing start. And he'll make a massive difference for us in that final third. He's also small, hard to pick up, hard to mark. And hopefully that'll make a difference for us. In the meantime, we are going to have to put up with Beckhold and Drusen, and they've linked up very well for the first goal. So I like the fact that we can have players that we've already got and already had for the last 2 years. We can bring them in, but then we bring in these fresh players as well, brand new to the ideas and the philosophies of the team, bring all they can to the table, link up well with the players that we've already got, and create some beautiful moments for us. That's the plan, and you know, so far it's working to an extent. Good ball there from Vukic to Drusen, and good save from Gunn. Stops it being 2-0. Vukic and Emmanuel Thomas, there's a bit of a misunderstanding going on at times, but they're starting to link up pretty well. That was a poor corner from Villa. I hope that's not him turning back into kick it out for a goal, kick every opportunity kind of player, because he slipped into that a little bit last season. Beginning of this season he was fantastic, but he seems to have lost his way again a little bit. Villa into Mantum, to Beckhold. Run down the wing. Go on, Lars. Go on. That's a good ball if Manton was on side, which I think he was. Crossed into the box, just taken off the head of Emmanuel Thomas. Villa should keep this alive, and he does. Exchanges passes with Delamond, not once but twice. Into Vukic. Good reverse there to Manton. Great save again from Gunn. 6 shots, 4 on target. We didn't meet the goal of scoring again before the half-hour mark, but we could score not from this corner, because Villa has once again put it into the side netting. Very, very, very disappointing when he does that. Very disappointing. You expect better. Right, Cartwright, Delamond, Klotmus down the line to Beckhold. He's finally come back over to his wing. Dinked it to the near post, or to the edge of the 18-yard box actually. Emmanuel Thomas picked it up. Great ball to Drusen, and is it 2-0 or is it offside? Offside, I think. Is it offside? Yeah, it's offside. Drusen offside. Just went a little too early. That's unlucky. Really, really good finish and a great ball from Emmanuel Thomas. And that is exactly what he was brought in to do. He makes that difference. You know, I'm pleased to see that. Especially with the amount that he cost, 1.8 million. Obviously, a lot of that was in instalments, but still. Him and Vukic, I mean, Vukic was a bargain in my opinion. £170,000 for a player of his ability. It's a pretty good deal, I think. We're going to have to bring him off now, so we can't see how well he'd do in this second half, but we can't leave him out there with an injury, because it's a little unfair. It could affect him for the rest of the season if we leave him out there. So we're actually going to bring Thompson on. Now, for those of you who've watched this before, you'll know that that's a pretty good move. Thompson is a very, very good player in situations like this. Whenever you need a goal, he's the kind of player who you want to bring on. He's got a good long shot on him. He has a habit of scoring winning goals. He scored a hat-trick for us last season when we needed him, because I think we were 1-0 down or 2-0 down at the time. And yeah, he's just a really, really good midfielder, really good player. And he links up well with other players. So we'll see how well he does in this half. I would be embarrassed slightly if he ends up having a really poor second half for us. But hopefully he won't. Hopefully he'll live up to how I've just described him. Because I think he's one of our best midfielders. And those people are probably sitting there wondering why I don't bring him on more often. But it's because he's so good at what he does, coming off the bench and creating goals. I feel like if I started him, he'd sort of lose that sparkle. Players would be expecting him to do his tricks and stop them. So that's why I bring him off the bench more than I start him. Just to keep that line of he comes on and makes a difference. I don't want to ruin that by starting him and then you know, he gets stifled out of the game. Good ball from Drewson to Emmanuel Thomas, who lets it bounce. Great finish. What a goal from Emmanuel Thomas. As soon as he let that bounce, I knew what he was going to do with it. What a goal. Great ball from Drewson as well. Little flick over the top. Look at that. Lets it bounce. Not once, but twice. Lets it come across his body onto his left foot. Outside of the foot swerve. Brilliant goal. 2-0. Deservedly leading. 8 shots, 5 on target. 54% possession. We are in control of this game. All we need to do now is keep the clean sheet. And we are rocking. We are through to the fifth round of the FA Cup. Delamond needs to not get himself sent off because I can't be dealing with that right now. Hogan got himself sent off the last time he played, so he's not in my good books. He always gets sent off. I keep giving him chances and he keeps getting sent off. So I don't really know what to do with him. So ideally I'd like to not have to sell him, but we'll see how he does first. Right, Field with the corner. Eventually. There he goes. Right, into the box. Good header from Delamond. Costal with the shot. Good save Quintaka. So that's another corner. Hands takes it this time. Swings it into the box. Cartwright had the opportunity to head it forward, but he headed it backwards instead. So it's gone out for another corner. Who's taking it? I can't see. Field takes it. Delamond at the front post to head that clear. Now it's a throw-in. Oldham are pressing more and more and more. So we need to be on our toes and keep defending. They still only had 3 shots and only one of them has been on target. But you see, possession, they've equalled 50-50 now. And they're creating more chances. Which, you know, it worries me when that happens, because eventually they'll just do one speculative cross or one speculative shot and it'll break their way and they'll end up scoring, and I don't want that because I want to keep clean sheets. I've conceded probably the fewest in the division, or one of the fewest in the division, but so many chances where we could have kept clean sheets and we've given away sloppy goals. I'd rather keep the clean sheets if I can help it. It doesn't work all the time, of course. Every now and then you have to let a goal in, but I'd like to keep clean sheets. Every team wants to keep clean sheets, don't they? Oh wow, okay Delamond, you've had your fun. You've been booked, you've given away quite a few free kicks, and now you've just done one of the worst free kicks I've ever seen. Let's move Beckhole back onto his wing. Who am I going to bring on? If I bring Morrison on for Delamond, yeah, that is going to work. And then I'm going to move Thompson into midfield. And then I'm going to move Morrison up front and put Emmanuel Thomas in behind. There we go. So Thompson is now playing centre midfield. Emmanuel Thomas is playing attacking midfield. And Morrison is playing up front. And here's the first opportunity to see how it does. Maybe. Maybe not. Villa just a little slow out the blocks there. Well, the ball's fallen to Thompson. Not a good effort from him. Just over the bar. Unlucky that. Good opportunity. So apart from that, I mean, the team's in a pretty good shape, good condition. Few bookings, which I'm not pleased with. Delamond, Klopmas and Villa have all been booked. But, you know, score-wise, we're doing okay. Possession-wise, we're doing okay. There's another good effort there from Beckhold, which he probably should have put on target. 11 shots, 5 on target. That's the kind of dominance that I like to see. We're starting to get more and more shots. You know, they don't all have to be on target, but more than 1 on target a match would be nice. 5 on target is pretty impressive. 2 goals as well, so only 3 of them have been saved. So yeah, it's working in our favour. I'd like to see a couple goals in this match though. Maybe one sort of in the next 5 minutes. If not, I'll make another change. I know I'm being fussy. I'm always fussy on here. I like to see entertaining matches and good goals and things. And I always go back to that Tranmere match. First game in League 2. I was nervous because I didn't think we were going to do that well. Especially when I saw we were playing Tranmere, who I believe had just been relegated. And we played so well. Not just the goals, it was the general play, the way we linked up and made chances. Like this link-up play that's going on here between Manton, Thompson and Emmanuel Thomas. It was just like this, and then a shot at the end of it. And that was a really, really good effort from Thompson. Good swerving effort, on target, forcing the keeper into another save. That's what I like to see. That was actually a pretty decent corner there from Villa. It's just unlucky that Morrison was a little too close to the near post to make a difference. It's a shame, but again, good chance, good opportunity, just couldn't quite take it. Alright, Klopmas with a long throw to Thompson. He pulls it back for Emmanuel Thomas, just over the bar. Again, unlucky. 14 shots, 6 on target now. So, you know, shots on target, we've only gone up by 1. Shots, we've gone up by a couple. 88th minute. Coming up towards the end of the match, maybe we won't grab another goal, but you know, a 2-0 win isn't the worst. It's better than 1-0 and it's certainly better than 2-1, so got to settle for it really. Waste a bit of time at the end though. Drewson's been booked and he's not in the best condition, so I'm going to bring on Grant, because I think in the next match I might try and start Robert Grant. I've been really impressed with him this season. He has made a difference for us in that right hand side. Beckhold just side foots another one wide. Just got to make this substitution now. Let's see, it should come right about now. There we go. Grant on, Drewson off. We're into the extra time, or injury time I should say. Ball forward from their keeper. Straight to Thompson, out to Manton. He should have looked for Grant first time there. He delayed, lost the ball because of it. Peterson on the ball now. Good block there from Villa to Thompson, back to Villa. I'd like Grant to get a touch on the ball before full time. There we go. Oh no, it's Beckhold. Grant must be on the other side. As soon as it comes out wide, Grant's not even there. Switch it. Let Grant have the ball. Let him have a touch. Come on. Although that's a good ball from Emmanuel Thomas. If Villa can catch it, not quite. I think he's just a little bit jaded there, which is why he couldn't get onto it. But yeah, that's full time, guys. We have won 2-0. We've beaten Oldham. We progress in the FA Cup. This was the FA Cup, wasn't it? I think it was. Does it say anywhere? Not there. Yeah, FA Cup, 4th round. We won. So we'll find out who we get in the next round. I'll check what's our situation with the Johnson's Paint Trophy as well, because I think that's coming up. Yeah, it's coming up very shortly. Got a match against Southend, and then our next match will be the Johnson's Paint Trophy final against Forest Green. So yeah, we'll come back and we'll show you the Southend game, and then, like I said, the next one will be Forest Green. So until then, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.